I think it's very undervalued within leg training for people, and people would gain a lot of access to be able to grow more if they spent the time prepping for sessions a little bit more. Being able to get to an end range that you wouldn't be able to before. So for a lot of people, internal rotation is something that limits them from hitting depth because of the femur's role in internal rotation within squatting patterns or leg press patterns. And if we can gain access by finding the ability to get deeper into a pattern, we have more range of motion to work across and more room to progress that pattern over the long term. So you're building more room to progress by being able to do a higher quality rep. Where intensity meets intention means that the intention part comes with the quality part. So it's great to be intense and yell and move weight, which we'll do that today too. But if the quality is not there, we're not doing everything that we can in order to progress maximally. All right, so session prep for leg days, I think, is probably one of the most undervalued things that you can do. So we're starting with gaining access with static stretching. So you can kind of see I'm doing an internal rotation stretch by having this back foot up against a post, and I'm moving this front foot across, trying to gain more access to internal rotation of the hip. Stretching to start is a good thing. What you do after is important. So what you'll see us do is we'll do a little bit of static stretching, and then we'll kind of go into access and integration. So the static stretching to gain access, and then we'll integrate it with some body weight movements before we actually start our session. Static stretching within bodybuilding is demonized because of people who have like misread literature and made it seem like you can't grow if you stretch before session. If you need to gain access to something, gain access and then integrate it before you start so that you're ending with contraction-based movements and dynamic-based movements before you start. I think it's very undervalued within leg training for people, and people would gain a lot of access to be able to grow more if they spent the time prepping for sessions a little bit more. Welcome back, guys. Today we have a leg day, and joining me is going to be Nick. He's one of my clients and my training partner. He's a super heavyweight, moving up to kind of get as much out of that super heavyweight class as we can. So he's in the all season right now, and I'm like 13 and a half weeks out. So if he moves a little bit more load than me, then y'all know like the food discrepancy, but really excited to come into today. Finally got my knee to the point that I can fully train for the most part with some session adjustments, which we're gonna go over so that y'all can start to try to work around maybe some injuries that you have, and some thought process behind why we're doing the session in the order that we're doing it, because it is a little unconventional at the moment with some of the things Nick's having to work on and some of the things I'm having to do in order to be able to train. So as training partners, we try to find common ground with the session, and we've really done that with this session structure. So really excited, a quad focus leg day today. I busted out the short shorts for y'all so y'all can get a little what's the subscriptions? Glimpse of like what's coming in 13 and a half weeks. But I'm really excited for the information today, so stay tuned. All right, so some of y'all might be wondering why quad extensions first. Not stereotypical of a lot of the content I do. Dual reason here. One, for me, it's allowing me to limit the load I'm using on the compounds just to keep my knee safer. It is going to get that quad short very fast, so we're gonna get a lot of deep contractions very early on. And for someone like Nick, where quad development is going to be one of the biggest things that we need to work on, creating that sensation of getting a muscle really short before we go into compounds will allow him to get more out of the compounds, because Nick's strong and he's been strong for years. It's the quality of the output that we get per rep, directing tension where we want it, that has been the biggest thing. You can kind of comment to how like you were squatting 500 for reps before, but it hasn't paid dividends on the leg development.
So he's right, I could squat 500-600 pounds, but it wasn't translating over to the look I wanted in my leg. So I'm a bodybuilder, I'm not a powerlifter, so it's not getting me the results I wanted. So I had to take a step back. You know, like he says, attack everything properly, execute properly. So, you know, pulling off the pounder can be an ego check, but it's the right move to do.
So one thing you'll really see is it's not a leg flapping contest. Really intentful with the negative, a slight pause in the bottom, and getting the most out of it. If I want to sling weight, I could do the whole stack, but I'm not getting everything out of every rep. So we'll do 3 sets of 12 to 20 here. Really just try to shove as much blood into that quad as we can, so that when we go into that leg press, it's a little fatigued. mainly to try to keep that knee safe, but also so that I can really attack the big output movements without having to worry about it. There's a lot of blood in the general area. I've already used the quads, so it's gonna allow me to be really fully prepped for that movement. So here we go.
More.
Whoa. Again. One.
You.
Come on, let's get another. Yep, come on.
Oh.
The 18?
Yeah, fuck. Holy shit. I feel good today. Woo! Quads are pumped. Holy hell. One set in and I got a pump. That's a good sign. Come on. Come on.
Whoa!
Come on, go, go.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
One, take it, go!
One!
Again, go!
Up!
Yep. Nick moving up to the 260s now. My little ass is like 223 this morning, Jesus Christ. This whole reverse situation, I'm not feeling it.
I'm feeling it.
He's feeling it.
Appetite's still been good too, man. Hasn't been bad at all. Food's going down easy, so I know for me, it's easier to diet than it is to eat. I'm a crappy bodybuilder when it comes to that, so forcing the food and getting it in is what I'm focusing on right now. Come on, Luke. Perfect.
Oh, come on.
Come on.
Again.
More.
One. Hup.
Up.
That's it.
Oh, fuck my quads. Oh, Jesus. Oh, goodness. Fucking Bambi shit over here. That's probably why. Quality here, come on. Good. Good, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Come on. Come on, don't be a bitch. Let's go. 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 Come on. Yes. Come on, take it. Yes. The cool thing about life extension is they give you a lot of cheat codes in your setup. See this red dot? If y'all remember from the hamstring video, we had this same red dot on the seated hamstring curl. That's the axis of rotation of this machine. So what you'll want to see is that knee joint align with that axis rotation so that when you cue jamming those legs down into the pad to extend the quad, so like jamming your hamstrings down, the axis of rotation aligns with that knee joint so that we're not getting any loss of force or torque going elsewhere. It's really important to make sure that your knee aligns with that on the setup, and it'll tell you how far back to put the seat and everything like that. So really good thing to use.
Perfect. Come on. Strong. Come on. That will work. Come on. More. Come on. One more. One.
That's it. Oh, my quads.
Good quality. Good. Come on. Come on. Come on. Drive. Still you, still you. Go, 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 go. Come on, man. Again, again. Yes, one. Take it, go. Yes. Go. That's it. All right, so we're gonna be doing a banded leg press here. The stretch position is where I kind of flare my knee. So adding the band will allow us to kind of deload it as we get to the hole a little bit, add load as we press it out. It will make it a little bit more quad focused as well. What I'm gonna show you here in a second on the next warm up is why we're choosing this foot stance for myself, why we're choosing this setup according to how the hips, knees, ankles move together, so that you can do your own assessment on foot height, width, things like that according to the goal that you're trying to hit. So gonna kind of get moving here for a bit and then we'll go over that. Yo. That explanation that's really important because pseudo nerds in the industry try to explain this and don't get it right. Yeah, fake ass mofos. All right, so every leg pattern you do is some sort of combination of motion at the ankle, the knee, and the hip. So if you see these like pseudo nerd people, a lot of times they draw this cute little two-dimensional figure stick on a whiteboard and try to explain the motion of the pattern within a two-dimensional shape. The problem is all they're describing is how much dorsiflexion, knee flexion, and hip flexion you get, and they're missing the rotational aspect of any pattern that we do that's legs. So what happens is every time we squat or every time we do a leg press, we're gonna get femoral and tibial rotation in order to hit depth. For me, for someone who has terrible ankle mobility, I rely on that rotation way too much relative to my ankles and my knees. So what I've done is that rotational aspect is what caused my knee injury. So now I'm choosing foot stances that limit that rotation, and I've added heel wedges inside of my shoes so that I can get more dorsiflexion and not rely on that femoral rotation that flares my knee every time. So what you'll see in this stance is it's shoulder width. There's not a lot of expansion, opening of the hip joint, which is okay, but for me that's re-aggravating my injury. So I've moved to more of a mid-foot stance, shoulder width, where it forces me to rely on ankle mobility and knee mobility in order to hit depth. Come on. Quality here. Good. Good. To simplify this visually for you guys, the rotational aspect I'm talking about that you see a lot of times are the people that squat and leg press with this really wide stance and move into that opening of the hip joint, knees flaring out in order to hit depth. Now, people who rely on a little less rotation are able to kind of be a little bit more in and rely on that ankle dorsiflexing and knee drive over the toe in order to get all the way to depth with a vertical torso angle. So what I'm doing is I'm creating a cheat code by putting heel lifts in so that I can get away from relying on that rotation to hit depth and lean more into being able to use the ankle so that I don't flare my knee. And you just need to find where you are on that spectrum of actually hitting depth and how much rotation at the hip you'll need. Any pattern is going to require rotation at the hip. It's how much you rely on it is what matters. Neither's wrong, you just have to fit the pattern that fits you the best. So if you can pull your ankle to your toe, you probably don't have to go wide and expand into this open stance. If you can't, you're like me and it requires like a heel lift just to move the ankle up, then you're probably gonna have to rely on more opening of the hip joint and the hip complex in order to hit depth. So what you'll see is I've actually brought my stance in with these heel lifts so that I don't piss off the knee and I can really output.
Oh! Yup. Pump!
Quality, come with you, come on, control.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Breathe. Come on. Come on, Nick. Quality, I'm with you, come on. Come on. Drive. Still you. Find it, Nick. Come on, Nick. Come on. Come on. Drive.
Oh! Fuck! Whew. Fuck! That guy had me quick.
Deuces.
You got videos for me? Huh? You have videos for me?
I have.
Whoa.
Post to the. Yeah. The one we talked about that they like needed the most work, right? Good top set, Nick.
Yeah, not bad at all. My hip flexor's been pretty tight, so I'm actually thrilled with this. Added 2 reps to my logbook, so that's a plus in my book right there. Probably could have gone a little deeper. I could feel the tension, but I'm okay with that.
They're 8 1/4 for 17.
Come on! Whoa! Whoa! Oh, come on! Breathe, breathe. Come on, gather it. You, go!
God, that was a good set. That fucking moved. How much you help on that last one?
How much weight?
How much you help on that last one?
I wouldn't count it.
You know, you ended the set at the right spot where your partner says don't count the last rep. All right.
That was genuine as fuck. I would have counted.
Find it. Find it. Come on.
Hop!
Deeper. There. Control. That was the rep right there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You ain't done.
Find it, Nick. Let's go.
Drive.
Shit.
Oh, man.
Be screaming that. Wait for the rest pause set, dude. Jesus Christ. All right. So, Y bands. So, to make this a little bit more quad dominant, what helps is to make it heavier as you press out from the hole, because you're stronger the further out away from depth you get. So what we're doing with the band is we're making it harder every inch on the way up, out of the hole, back up. Where that quad starts to take over is not in the very depth, it's kind of as you come out of it. And so we're adding load where we're stronger, and we take load off where we're weaker, which is the full bottom portion of the leg press. So it's close to matching what's called a strength curve to a resistance profile, where we make the movement hardest where we're strongest here, and we make it easiest where we're weakest here, so that it just matches that, and you can typically get better contractions. This setup is partially due to my knee too, so that I don't pop it in the bottom where I tend to get niggles and pop that knee.
Come on, Luke.
Oh! 13. Get in. Get in. Control. Good. Right there. Right there. Perfect depth. Keep that rhythm. Keep that rhythm. Come on. Come on. Ah! Big breath. Big breath. You. One. Come on. You. Fuck.
I have completely pulled squatting from my program for the rest of prep for now, which is open some recovery capacity to do what's called a rest pause set here. So what we're gonna do is a rest pause with the goal to 30 reps. So we'll go to failure, take a 15-second to 20-second rest, go to failure, 20-second rest, go to failure. So 3 failure points in one set, with the goal to be at 30 reps at the end of all 3 sets. We haven't done that yet because it's fucking brutal, but that's the goal. So what I'll do is I'll use that same load until I get to 30 reps or more over all 3 sets, and then I'll add load. So this is where you kind of got to pull your balls out of your purse and really find it, because it gets brutal the deeper you get into it. Time to go. Come on. Quality rest from the start. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Yep. Come on. Quality. Come on. Come on. Come on. You ain't done. You ain't done. Drive. You're not done. Drive. Again. Come on. Breathe and go. Breathe and go. Drive. Again. Come on. Breathe. Pull air in. Breathe. 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out. I got your time. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm with you. Come on. Still you. Drive. Go. Again. Come on. Go. Breathe. Come on. Stay in the set. Stay in the set. Come on. Deep in, deep out.
Watch me close on this.
I got you. Come on.
Oh.
5, 4. This is where you show them you want to be in the 270s. Let's go. Come on. Check it. Come on. Check in. Drive. Come on. I'm with you. I'm with you. Come on. Drive. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Drive. One, Nick. Don't be a bitch. Go.
Fuck. Shit.
When I say check in, you're not checking in your location on the Facebook app. Fucking A.
God damn, Nick.
Ooh.
Oh, buddy. It's about to be ugly.
Dude. That's probably unhealthy. That was brutal.
Oh, man.
You know it's a great top set when you're seeing white. That's a good part about having a training partner, I probably would have literally probably got 7 to 8 less reps without having Luke. So that shit adds up over a year time. That's the difference between you improving or staying the same. So
no all switch pulls the best out of people. No all switch pulls the best out of people. That's how we do it.
Come on.
Perfect depth. Yeah. Go.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. More. Hey, we're at 15. We're at 15, 16. Come on. Come on. Bro. You're at 19. 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Up.
Fuck, come on. Here, give me that.
We just lost the clock. 7.
Fucking call someone.
10 seconds. 9. 8,
Come on.
7, 6, 5.
Time to separate yourself. Come on.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit.
Oh! Oh, come on! Bro!
The fuck?
I told you that 20 seconds wasn't shit. Well, mission accomplished.
What a hit.
26.
Yes, I beat the book. So the question we oftentimes get asked is, like, why go so deep? Why pay attention to detail as much as we do? And the question is, like, most of the time, at what rate are you progressing? And there's a lot of different things that can elicit results, right? And that's okay. And you may see those results and like those results, right? My question to follow that up was, can we be better than what you're currently doing now and progress at a rate that you're faster than what you're doing now? And the answer to that question for me every time is when I take this more analytical, detailed approach to taking a fine comb brush through everything that we do, bar none, every single time, no matter the genetic predisposition of the athlete, the results end up being better and at a faster rate than just coming in here and winging it or training hard or just giving all of your effort. Effort's very important, and we need to give everything that we have every day we walk into the gym. But we also need to look at everything we do and is it specific to what I need, or is it specific to the goal, or am I doing this to the best of my capacity? You may have a genetic predisposition to be a bodybuilder and get results by just coming up here and like doing what you want, and that's great. My follow-up question is could you be better? Could you be the best? You see people like a Ronnie Coleman put 800 pounds on their back and squat it 5-6 times. Like, that kind of person is mentally getting somewhere that not many of us are getting and expressing that genetic potential that he had. But he also did things, for the most part, pretty well. Now, I would argue that he got away with a lot of sloppiness,
but you can't deny that he's athletically probably the best we've seen. So my question to y'all is the progress you're making the fastest you can make? And if you're not doing this stuff, I would argue that it's probably not.
After you've already filled your legs up with so much blood, this is like just flushing it all out. It's more mental than it is actual real physical, because 40 pounds isn't much. Once you keep going step after step after step, like we're going at the same time, in my head I'm like, I'm not stopping until he stops, and he's thinking the same thing. So that's why it's great to have a good training partner. Like those extra reps really add up over time, and this is just a death march. We're gonna keep going until really we can't go anymore.
Good shit.
It was funny. You sent us that video the other day about thinking about movement patterns and patterns in life, right? And I got a question right after you sent that to me on social about like, why do I care so much? And it's interesting because it's like, the question was in the terms of, why do you care so much more than everybody else in the industry, or a lot of people in the industry? And it's kind of like one of those things like, you ever heard that person that keeps humming past the song to their own tune, and they're kind of walking to their own beat? That's kind of like where I'm at with wanting to change the industry standard and how much a coach cares and the depth in which a coach goes with each one of their clientele. And like, it's just like creating those patterns in the industry where if I do it, now that ripple effect of everybody else that I work with does it themselves. And we raise that industry standard, and it's just like those thoughts you said about like creating patterns within the industry. Like, why do I care so much? It's because like, I want everybody to care as much as I do, and I'm gonna walk to the beat of my own drum and lead by example. And that's the direction we need to push this coaching and this fitness industry, because at the end of the day, you're not only dealing with their physique development, but their health as well. And the long-term impact I can create, not only with the people I work with, but the people then they work with on the way out, is what matters more to me. So I'm gonna keep humming to my own song and walk to the beat of my own drum. Lead by example.
All right guys, so after lunges we wrapped up legs with one set of adductors in the 15 to 20 rep range, taking it all the way to failure. And then we called that a wrap. Thanks for tuning in guys. Make sure if you have any questions to put them in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and let us know what else you all want to see. We'll be in the comments answering questions for you guys and putting out more content based on the stuff that you need to know, so that we can break down that knowledge, endpoint, apply it in the gym, and have y'all have some usable information to take and apply to your sessions. So like, comment, subscribe, make sure you let us know what you want to see, and we'll get on it.
Hey everyone, I just appreciate GASP and Better Bodies. Let me come in here. It's a great workout with Luke, and you know, keep tuning in. He's gonna keep killing it. He's 13 weeks out from his show, and just gonna get better every week. So thanks guys.